This is the story of a boy. He was not a very unusual boy. He liked soccer, video games, and girls. He also had a large obsession with mysterious 80s rock legend Finn Kirby. He had all 6 of his albums on limited edition vinyl, matching shoes. He learned how to play every one of his songs on guitar. He even had a coffee cup that Finn Kirby had reportedly once drunk out of. You could call him a fan. Now, like most boys, this boy had a dad. But unlike most boys, his dad was an inventor who had just discovered time travel. Like most boys would, the boy asked his dad, "How did you do it?" This was a mistake on the boy's part, since his dad proceeded to go into a 3-hour and 27-minute explanation of the inner machinations and string theory that had gone into his invention. Although the boy was barely conscious for the majority of his dad's spiel, it did give him an idea. What if he nabbed the time machine when his dad wasn't looking and went back in time to meet Finn Kirby and get his autograph? This sounded like a plan. So when his dad was making lunch, the boy set the plan into motion. After a short montage, he was ready to go. He had a location for where to find the legend himself just as he was beginning his illustrious career, as well as every bit of music with lyrics, chords, the whole shebang. He wanted to tell Finn Kirby just how great he would be. He would be the one to inspire Finn Kirby to be the rock legend that history would love him as. Ignoring his dad's cries, the boy pressed one important-looking button. And he was gone. Glad to find that he had arrived in one piece, he immediately set to work on his mission. According to some online sources he'd found, Finn Kirby was first signed to his record label at a backyard barbecue on Carr Street. The problem was, he just didn't know which house or what time. So he went from house to house asking about a barbecue and a certain masked musician. However, his quest was failing to bear fruit. Nobody seemed to know who Finn Kirby was. Had he travelled too far back? Had he misread the street? Was this whole plan just a massive blunder? But just when he'd given up hope, the all too recognisable smell of some sizzling snags wafted past his nose. The boy followed his nose down the street, and before long, he found the barbecue he'd been searching for. He even recognised the guy from Finn Kirby's record label. The boy talked to the record label guy to find out some more, but apparently the hired entertainment had just called in sick and wasn't performing. Well, this couldn't be right. Did his travelling in time affect the timeline somehow? Had he erased Finn Kirby from existence? Had he deprived this world of the greatest rock legend ever to strum a guitar? How could he have done such a thing? This was a crime, a felony. Oh, this is about to get interesting. The boy had a sudden thought.
Wait. Am I Finn Kirby?
The boy had connected the dots. There never was a Finn Kirby to begin with. Except there always was. Because with him, the boy had brought every single song, album, and lyric that Finn Kirby had penned. And right now, there was a barbecue waiting for Finn Kirby to play. So, Finn Kirby played. History went on, and Finn Kirby went on to do what Finn Kirby did best. He rocked hard, partied harder, and then rocked even harder. He lived the rock star life. Girls adored him wherever he went. Autographs were given, interviews done, all the while never settling down, always keeping his identity under wraps. After all, it would have been hard to explain to people that you actually travelled from the future to become yourself. But it didn't matter. Life was good. He always remembered where home was. So, when the time came, he was there, back to his starting place, at the moment he'd left. Obviously, his dad deserved an explanation. So Finn Kirby told the whole story. Every gig, every party, every moment. It took approximately 3 hours and 27 minutes, several cups of tea and a sandwich Finn Kirby had last seen a couple of decades ago.
Any questions?
Dad thought for a moment. If he had taken all of Finn Kirby's music back in time to show him, but then performed the same music as the rock legend himself, which later in time younger him listened to and went back in time with, one question remained.
Well, who wrote the music that you took back in time?
Who wrote Finn Kirby's greatest hits?